Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Check it out. Before I get into the video, happy Father's Day. I hope you have a fantastic Sunday, and I hope you spend it with your family, your children, maybe your dad or something like that. And if you don't have a dad, because whatever reason, just know that the good Lord loves you very, very much. And also, I just released a video on my motovlog channel. It's going to be linked down below. I was talking about goals to be a father, if you want to put it that way. For me, if you enjoyed those kind of videos, there's going to be linked down below. I wanted to talk about this because this kind of disgusts me. When I saw this, I'm not surprised, because what we're seeing nowadays is disgusting. Really, what we're seeing, it is disgusting. Like, we got people justifying riots. We got people justifying, the fact that people are breaking into property, burning down places, stealing and things like that. We have politicians that are like, okay, whatever, they're not making a big deal. And we have people actually justifying that by saying that it's not even violence. To me, it's mind-blowing. But when I saw this, it was pretty disgusting when it comes to, coming from a military background. You guys know I spent 11 and a half years in the Marines. And as a Marine, I participated in combat. Like, we got into some nasty, combat events, right? I'm not going to get it so much into it, but some of you guys that have been watching me for quite some time, you guys know that I did Iraq and Afghanistan. So I'm pretty used to seeing, or I saw Marines, that died. And in fact, I remember seeing in Afghanistan in particular, I remember seeing, many caskets, right? And flags and all that stuff. So I kind of get the fact, or I kind of understand what it is to make an ultimate sacrifice. And again, our troops, God bless them, because they would do anything to defend your rights, right? So when I saw this, I kind of got disgusted about it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because here's the thing. Let's call it what it is. And some of you guys are going to get offended. It is what it is. What happened to George Floyd and the way that the police officer handled the situation was completely wrong. So make sure that you understand, because I get attacked. Make sure that you understand that what happened to him, in my opinion, was wrong. Really should have not happened that way. I was a military police officer. I've been in so many confrontations, and I could have handled, I think that call could have been handled a different way. But let's call it for what it is. The guy was a criminal, literally a criminal. He was high in different types of drugs, and he just committed a crime. And not only that, he had committed previously many crimes. He was not a saint, right? Does that mean that justifies the police officer to treat him that way? Absolutely not, right? The police officer should have treated him in a professional manner, and he should have handled him however professionally it's supposed to be done, right? Again, the fact that the cop put a knee to the back of his head for or his neck for over 8 minutes, to me, was unacceptable. He could have handled that situation totally different. But at the same time, let's not think, or let's not say that Mr. George Floyd was an excellent member of our society, right? He was a criminal, right? He just committed a crime where he used fake money. And not only that, he put a gun to a pregnant lady's belly. So again, he was not a saint by no means. When you put a gun to a pregnant girl's belly, you're really not a stellar member of our society. But the media doesn't talk about that. The media wants to make him seem like he's the best guy ever. The same thing happened in Ferguson, where they wanted to make the kid feel like, oh, he was going to go to college and do all these great things, when in fact he jacked the place off right before talking to the cops, right? They don't talk about those things, right? The same thing with George Floyd. He was not a good member of our society. He was high on drugs, and he was committed a crime, and that's why the police was called. He was not targeted because he was a black guy in the street. He was targeted because he committed a crime, right? The media makes it seem like it was a racially profile, like the cops just drove by, saw him in the street, and target him based on the color of his skin, right? That was not the case. He was targeted just based on the fact that he committed a crime. Police was called, and they say, That's the guy. So again, a lot of times we don't want to talk about reality, right? We just want to make up this story in your mind and they present it here in the news and they repeat it so many times that you think it's true when it's not true. That was not the case. The guy was a criminal, right? The guy committed a crime, and that's why the police showed up there. And the thing about this, that it kind of sucks, man, when you see those things, and Nancy Pelosi should be ashamed of herself for doing this, is that they give her brother a flag. Here, we're going to present you with a flag. Pelosi gives George Floyd's family a U.S. flag, which is typically meant to honor veterans or military members that die, and police officers that die in the line of duty, first responders that die, firefighters, and things like that, correction officers, law enforcement officer, military officer, first responder, people that make the ultimate sacrifice, right? People that give their life for a nation, people that give their life for a community, people that give their life for others, not criminals, really not. It's disgusting. Really disgusting. And I get it. People say, well, he was a victim to police brutality. He was a victim to this. He was a victim to that. That still needs to be proved. There's going to be a trial. There's going to be many things that is going to come to play, during the next few months, right? And again, I don't agree on the way that the police officer handled the situation. I think he could have handled the situation a different way, and this would have never happened. But nevertheless, he didn't give his life for the country. He didn't make the ultimate sacrifice for the country, right? So the flag is to honor military guys that die for our freedom. The flag is to honor police officers that die protecting our community. Now, to honor the guy that was high in so many different types of drugs and wasn't complying with police officer after committed a crime. Really not. It's kind of disgusting in my opinion. Anyways, I'm sure somebody's going to be mad about it. I'm sure somebody's going to tag me. I'm sure somebody's going to call me a racist Mexican. I've been called lately for whatever reason. I don't understand it because I'm not Mexican. So if you call me racist Mexican because I got an accent, isn't you being racist by calling me a racist Mexican? I don't know. I'm confused. Let me know down in the comment section below. Appreciate you guys watching. And as always, God is in control.